closed-minded people versus open-minded people. Actually, this is actually very interesting. It's I'm on a website. I'll put a link in the description box. Oh, I remember hearing that back in the day. Closed-minded people lack a deep sense of humility. It's arrogance. Now, if you're arrogant, also, arrogant, you lack the humility or the respect even to hear other people's point of view. How are you going to change your mind? That's just one example. And how are you going to take other ideas versus just your beliefs? Close-minded people focus much more on being understood than understanding others. Is that into line with arrogance as well? I mean, I would say that's a kind of empathetic kind of attribute to have, to understand others' point of view or what they're going through, instead of just it's your point of view and you get the right way, you're right. It's I'm wrong because you're just either superior than me in your mind. I'm inferior, so therefore, not only that don't matter, just in my viewpoints, my life doesn't matter. You obviously, whatever you say is obviously the win of it all. Yeah, it's open-minded people always feel compelled to see things through others' eyes. You take other people's point of view, what they're going through, and you try to try to empathize. Yeah, I use the word empathy as well because you try to walk in other people's shoes actually, instead of just not just labeling or having a certain kind of sentiment feeling about them, instead of just understanding what the words they're saying, what they've been through, and yeah, just try to feel what they're doing, what they've been through, and putting that into your own life actually. Closed-minded people are more likely to make statements than ask questions. I mean, this is a conversation level, obviously, a dialogue, and yeah, I mean, if you don't, it's, and I guess it leads to this one. If you don't look at other people's eyes, you don't want to walk in their shoes. You're not trying to understand what the individual is. Then you're not gonna ask anybody any questions. Also, you don't want to hear about their point of views and how come they have these views and why they believe in that or why they're doing this and anything else. You just make your own statements and you're not trying to receive information. Closed-minded people don't want their ideas challenged. They are typically frustrated that they can get other person to agree with them instead of curious as to why the other person disagrees. I mean, that's almost like in a healthy debate. There could be a lot of frustration and resentment. If you're in a debate actually, or you have a conversation, or any kind of argument, discourse actually, you try to take other people's point of view. Also, you apply like a reasoning, a logical skills or reasoning, and you try to discern what they're talking about. Also, you try to get to the level why what they're coming from and where they're leading. A lot of times, yeah, I understand. A lot of times we have different point of views, and we might just make our statements, but if you're not going to take in other people's points of views and listen, actually taking what words they're saying and where they're coming from, and try to reason how they got there. I mean, it's not going to lead anywhere. It's going to be a close-minded debate. Close-minded focus much more on being understood than understanding others, taking other person's perspective. And this one caught me off guard. It's like an individual say, I'm not trying to intrude. It's like I think you are. You just did. I could be wrong, but here's my opinion. There's a classic cue I hear all the time. It's often perfunctory. Mispronounce that. Gesture. I hope I mispronounced that. It's a perfunctory gesture that allows people to hold their own opinion while convincing themselves that they are being open-minded. Yeah, it's just like it's almost like you're convincing yourself, or like you're trying to convince somebody else actually. Because that's how I read it. I could be wrong, but here's my opinion. It sounds like it's intense in humility. If your statement starts with "I could be wrong" or "I'm not believable," you should probably follow with a question and not an assertion. You see, from my standpoint, it's like, well, I mean, I could be wrong, but this and the other thing, and also, I guess how the question would relate after that. Open-minded people know when to make statements and when to ask questions.